the sprinter's ideal weather. But you know, as long as my body is warm, as long as I'm not feeling anything and I'm ready to go, then I'm always going to line up and do my best to compete no matter what the clock says.
Everybody's looking at you. You are the favorite for the World Championships. How does it feel for you?
It feels good, but you know, I still feel like I look at it as I don't necessarily have a target on my back, being as this will be my first time, second time technically, but I'm going into World Championships looking for a gold. You know, I've never had one of those at a World Championship, so you know, I'm going in as a hunter in a sense. I don't necessarily look at it as everybody's looking at me.
One last thing for me. Do you know any words in Japanese?
Konnichiwa. That's about as good as it gets right now.
What's your favorite food in Japan?
Say it again?
What is your favorite Japanese food?
I actually don't know. I feel like sushi is like, that's not fair to say because it's the easiest thing to say, but I'm not sure actually. I'm gonna do some research and see what I'm interested in. I'm actually excited though to try A5. So out there. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you.
Melissa,
Thank you.
well, just a few more, sorry.
Yeah.
That race felt like it was almost over before it started. By the time you're out of the dry phase, you were gone.
Mm-hmm.
How encouraging is that for you as you keep building towards Tokyo? Undefeated, that's electric.
Yeah, consistency is everything. And you know, at the end of the day, practice makes perfect. So what you see me do out there is nothing different than what I've been doing in practice. You know, making sure that each phase of my race is as consistent as possible. And then when it's time to put it all together, that it looks like a very, very good race.
Yeah, racing next to Shelly-Ann, does that ever get old? I mean, I feel like racing next to Shelly, racing with Shelly, like does that ever get old? Is she the person that you looked up to when you were younger?
Yeah, definitely one of the people that I looked up to growing up. And you know, it's crazy because she was talking about her rivalry with Carmelita Jeter, and you know, in America, she is one of the top dogs ever to do it. And so, you know, being able to look at their old races and see how they went back and forth, you know, and just aspiring to be like what they have been in my event for so long. You know, I'm one in a sense like they're passing over the torch in a sense. And so, you know, I just want to be able to go out there and show the people like, hey, like, you know, this rivalry was then and it happened then, but you know, you can look forward to more of those coming out, and you know, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's one more from me. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How important is the consistency for you this season? Where you're saying even if it's cold tonight, you come up against different athletes. Sha'Carri's there, Shelly-Ann's there. When you're very truly early in the season,
Yeah.
no matter the conditions or where you go in the world, you're coming out on top.
Right. You know, consistency is everything, and at the end of the day, like even though I said like it was a little cooler out there today, but it's cool for everyone. And so my job as an athlete is to make sure that I'm setting myself up to be the best Melissa I could be, no matter the conditions. I've ran into headwinds this year. I've ran in 60-degree weather. So, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter as long as my body is ready to go, as long as I'm staying disciplined and who I want to be as an athlete and, you know, the things that I want to accomplish. I feel like that's why you're going to always see me go out there and do things like that, because I know for a fact that I've worked so hard for this. So it's like repetition at this point.
Oh yeah. Well done, Melissa.
Thank you.